The New York Jets had the second overall pick, and they drafted Zach Wilson, who many Jets fans, including myself, hope is the franchise quarterback of this team, because we thought it was Darnold, we thought it was Sanchez. For a little bit of time, we thought it was Geno, and even for one game, we thought it might have been Greg McElroy when we had a comeback win. Real Jets fans will remember.
Don't forget Fitz.
But we're hoping that it is Zach Wilson, and personally for me, I trust this New York Jets regime 100% to build around Zach Wilson. I know I wasn't high on Joe Douglas before, but he has 100% earned my trust as a Jets fan. This is not Mike McCagnon. This is not John Isdick. This is Joe Douglas, a guy who's been a part of 2 Super Bowl rings with the Ravens, 1 with the Eagles, and was a crucial part of building those championship teams. These past 2 drafts, he has done an exceptional job. This one, we're not sure so far. It's just been the first round. But Zach Wilson, Elijah Vera Tucker, who I think can be a Pro Bowl guard, he's drafted 2 offensive linemen in the first round in the last 2 drafts. That's more than John Isdick and Mike McCagnon did in 10 years. So Joe Douglas understands what it means to build through the trenches. I think what he's doing right now, getting Vera Tucker and getting Mekhi Becton last year, is what Mike Tannenbaum did when we drafted DeBrickashaw Ferguson and Nick Mangold, solidifying the offensive line. This offseason, he signed Corey Davis, Tyler Croft, who's an okay tight end, Tevin Coleman, Keelan Cole, and on defense, we needed an edge rusher. He signed Carl Lawson, one of the more underrated edge rushers in the league. He signed Sheldon Rankins, a guy who can play at a Pro Bowl level when healthy, defensive tackle. Vinny Curry from the Eagles, Gerard Davis, and LaMarcus Joyner. And in my opinion, we got a haul for Sam Darnold, a 2nd, 4th, and 6th rounder for a guy in Sam who has not proven to be anything in the NFL so far. I mean, best of luck to him in Carolina, and we know in the Jets he was in a bad situation, but when watching Sam Darnold play, some of the mistakes he made were on him. It was not on the play, it was not on the coaching, it was simply on him. And this first round really made me trust Joe Douglas. Drafting Zach Wilson and then trading up in the first round and saying, no, we need to surround Zach Wilson with a good offensive line, and getting Elijah Vera Tucker, who I am really high on. And now our offensive line is Mekhi Becton, Vera Tucker, Connor McGovern, Alex Lewis, and George Fant. And on day 2, there are prospects out there still like Tevin Jenkins, Azeez Ojulari, Creed Humphrey, and Landon Dickerson. I think we're in such a great position. And this is the first time that I trust the Jets regime, and I trust this Jets regime to do right by Zach Wilson.
Yeah, and I agree. You look at the Jets over the past couple of years, trading Jamal Adams, getting Sam Darnold, virtually no help. And we could both agree. I understand he didn't make the best throws, but he also didn't have any help. The team didn't put the best guys in front of him, but also he didn't perform. I think this draft we're seeing a little different. You guys got your guy at number 2, Zach Wilson. You guys got Elijah Vera Tucker, and I think that's good. That's showing a step in the direction, getting a new coach that's going to be paired up with Zach Wilson. I think that's going to be good for you. Realizing Corey Davis, he's a good receiver. He has his issues, but when he plays, he's good. So I think with this team, you're definitely seeing a step in the direction, and I think that's good. With the Patriots retooling, Miami getting better, it's time for the Jets to make that step forward. The Bills are still there. But I think this team has definitely shown the ability to get up there. And I think Joe Douglas has earned the right to say he's doing a good job in fans. It didn't look like that from the beginning, but I think now he's starting to prove to you guys that he's ready to make those moves.
And not only that, but Robert Saleh, the energy he's going to bring into the building. We're going to run the 49ers Kyle Shanahan offense, a West Coast scheme, which is great for any quarterback to be in. We have defensive talent. Our defense is not going to be bad. Zach Wilson yesterday said that if he was drawing out and mapping out the best offense for him to play in, it would have been this offense, the Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur offense, the West Coast scheme. It would be this offense. Robert Saleh told Zach Wilson, this organization is going to do everything to uplift you and not the other way around, meaning that We're not going to ask you to carry our organization. No, we're going to put you in a position where we carry you and you just shine. And to me, that speaks volumes. That speaks to me that the Jets are serious about this. And I think Zach Wilson is a special talent. I'm on the boat of Zach Wilson is not far off from Trevor Lawrence. I know he had this meteoric rise this past season, which has led many people to be skeptical. But when you turn on the tape, you watch the throws that he makes. Nobody in this class can make the throws that he makes on a consistent basis. Those pro day throws that you saw, he does that in game. He is next level when it comes to that stuff, moving safeties with his eyes, reading defenses, not making much mistakes. I'm really high on Zach Wilson, and I'm just excited as a Jets fan that we potentially have our franchise quarterback, and I trust in this regime and organization now to build around him.
You know, and like you said, Kyle Shanahan offense. You have, like, when you look at the Kyle Shanahan offense in the Niners, you see the Debo Samuels, the Brandon Ayuk. I think you guys have those type of receivers, and Jameson Crowder, Corey Davis. Like, you got those guys that can make those type of plays. And like you said, I don't think he's your potential franchise quarterback. I think he is your franchise quarterback. I think Sam Darnold, you know, as good as I think he was still young coming out of college. You know, he was, 19 years old. You know, he had the tape really didn't show that, like, you know, he came in and he wasn't the prospect Zach Wilson was. I think Zach Wilson, you've seen the type of throws he can make. You've seen the type of plays. He's just electrifying, and I think that's good for you guys. You get a guy in New York, somebody who can definitely put the team on his back and can make some plays and put some fans in the seat. So I think that's good for you guys to understand and say the things you said, because I don't think you guys were saying these things to Sam Darnold. I think now that you're fully committed and you're making the moves that back what you're saying, I think that's good, and that's a step in direction in a new functional organization.
And Sam Darnold, his tape was filled with turnovers, and everybody hoped that wouldn't be the case in the pros, but that translated, and that's part of the reason why Sam Darnold hasn't been successful to this point. But just back to what I said, I believe in this organization. I believe in Zach Wilson, and I think every Jets fan should be excited right now about where they are headed as an organization.